Okay, this meeting is being recorded. This is the Fair Rent Commission meeting of October 9th, 2025. We're meeting in the Old Town Hall Conference Room as well as via Zoom. We do have a quorum. Turn things over to you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Bernhardt. So everybody knows, I know we were briefly introduced. My name is Tom Lambert. I'm the chair of the Fair Rent Commission. I'm going to call this meeting to order. It's October 9th, 2025. I'm going to take some roll call here first, just to see which other Fair Rent Commission members are here. So I'm going to start off with, let's start off with Maureen.
Maureen Greenberg.
Thank you, Maureen.
Present.
Carl, is Carl here?
He's online.
Hi, Carl, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I see our doctor is here. Nice to see you.
Ahmed Ibrahim here.
Eileen,
Present.
there you are. James,
Here.
nice to see you again. And is Doug?
I don't see him yet, but he might be on his way.
Okay, either way, we have a quorum.
Yes.
And Doug can join us. That's great.
It's him.
There he is.
Sorry, I'm late.
No worries. Doug, we just did a roll call, so Doug is here.
I'm here.
Okay, so we have a quorum. We have full participation. That brings us to our meeting agenda, item number 3, to hear, consider, and approve the minutes from our last meeting, which was all the way back in December 12th, 2024. Is there a motion to approve the meeting minutes?
Eileen Franks.
Second, okay. Anybody have any addendums or changes or revisions to suggest?
Sorry, who made the motion and seconded? Eileen and
Eileen and none? All right, so we'll vote. All those in favor of approving the meeting minutes from December 12th, 2024, say aye.
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 I'll vote present because I didn't make the meeting.
Got it, okay. And one vote for present. So those are approved, which brings us to the hearing that we have today. We have our parties here. It's hearing case number 2025-03, Murphy v. Cohen. So what we would normally do in our process is I would ask the parties to give a brief opening sort of statement, which is again, a brief summary as to why they believe they're here today. Then we'd start with the more evidentiary piece of the hearing, where we'd be going back and forth, and then a short close. However, I see Mr. Barnard has raised his hand.
Yeah, I would just like to suggest we had a little bit of time informally before tonight's meeting just to kind of frame the issues that are in dispute. I think the parties have reached a general agreement with regard to the rent charge of $32.50 effective October 1 of 2025.
Wonderful.
With an option to renew for an additional 1-year term of $34.50, the option being the tenant. There also was a series of issues, maintenance requests that were discussed, and I believe, again, the parties have reached agreement as to that list.
Wonderful.
What is in dispute, and correct me if I'm wrong, but what is in dispute at this point is the initial lease term. So this lease, the original lease that predated this and resulted in the original complaint that was filed back in April was a lease that was expiring July 1, or June 30th, rather. And the landlord had proposed a substantial increase, and that precipitated the complaint. The landlord has agreed to the $32.50 effective 10/1 and agreed to forego any rent beyond what was being paid by the tenants for July, August, and September, beyond what they paid. The landlord is proposing a lease based on that original expiration, July 1 through June 30th, 2026. The tenant is proposing a one-year lease beginning October 1, running through September 30th, 2026. So that is, as I understand it, the substance of the dispute at this point. And the parties have made substantial progress to narrow the differences,
Which we can appreciate and thank
but
you.
we're not quite there yet. So that's where we're at. And, you know, so again, I know you typically swear in witnesses and then you proceed with the hearing. I just wanted to make sure that we understood where we are at present, so we didn't have to retrace, because we've had a lot of back and forth over.
And I can appreciate that. I appreciate the party's willingness to narrow those issues. That makes our job much easier. To the extent that we still need to intervene as a commission. However, so my background is in law. I'm a lawyer. I mediate cases routinely. I think that the parties coming to a solution on their own without a third party coming in and saying, well, we think should be right here, which might be different than what either of you guys think. It's always better when the parties can come together and hash out those differences. So thank you for narrowing those issues. I understand that we still have at least one issue to discuss. Does anybody think that they would benefit from maybe 10 more minutes or 15 more minutes of a recess to try to narrow that last issue and resolve that one issue on your own before we have to potentially come in and make a decision ourselves, which may go one way, may go the other way, may go a third way? How about we do that? How about we take a short recess for 15 minutes, give you guys a chance to talk? We haven't seen each other in a while on the commission, so we could say hi, use the restroom or anything like that, but let you guys, go out in the hallway if you want to and see if you can narrow the issues any further. All right? So let's take a recess for 15 minutes.
I'll just pause this for a second.
We're quicker.
All right, so we're back in session here for the Fair Rent Commission. We've just finished our 15-minute recess prior to launching into number 4 on our agenda, which is the hearing for case number 2025-03 Murphy v. Cohen. Prior to going into agenda item number 4, we recessed to give the parties the opportunity to bridge the gap on their one remaining issue, which frankly, I'm not sure if the commission had within our jurisdiction anyway. But nonetheless, use our time to give them the opportunity to work out whatever agreement they could potentially reach. And Mr. Barnhart, have the parties been able to reach an agreement?
They have.
Great. And so what's the full terms of the agreement?
So the parties did agree to a new lease commencing October 1 and ending August 31st of 2026. The rent amount was previously agreed to, $3,250 due the first of each month. So the total for the 11-month lease initially is $35,750. The parties did agree to the addendum, which covers a lot of maintenance-related issues, as well as how the rent is to be paid. And there is an option for the tenants to renew for an additional one-year term at the $34.50 per month lease. So we were
Has
able
that
to
lease been
resolve that.
executed, has it been signed?
It has been signed by both parties. Both parties have an original document. They initialed the changes and have taken that with them and retired for the evening.
So this is a written lease
I made a copy.
for the first time ever,
Yeah.
right?
No, there was a lease before. But then
It read like it'd been month to month for years.
the issue between, frankly, the goalposts tended to shift a lot of times. There was a lot of emotion into this and people accusing each other of acting in bad faith. And so just needed to get them in the same room so that we could get this ironed out. But we tried to get it done earlier today and to no avail. So
Well, I think I speak on behalf of all the commissioners, Mark and Tom too, to thank you guys for your hard work and dedication.
yeah, Tom's been working on it for
Yeah,
months.
we said hi to him.
Yeah, he introduced
previously.
himself. Yeah.
To thank you guys for your hard work says a lot that our last meeting was December of 2024 and we're here in October and now we've in 25 and we still didn't even need to have a hearing on this one too. So thank you guys for your hard work. You guys are a valuable resource for the town and we thank you, we recognize you for that hard work.
We love seeing you guys, but
Yeah, right. We like hanging out too, you know?
next time I'll bring donuts or something.
So with that, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Doug, all right. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Anybody want to hang out longer? No? All right.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much,
everybody.
everyone.
Out the door.